Okay, I think a few people enrolled, but they did not join, so that is fine. So as long as we have enrollments, we are good to continue. And so yeah, we have enough people, and maybe a few more people might join later. Okay, so let us continue the topic that we are discussing. So we are discussing about the proposition management, right? So we have seen the business taxonomy yesterday, right? So we have seen the business taxonomy. As part of taxonomy, we have seen what is a business issue, what is a business group, what is a proposition. Okay, so what is a business issue, business group, and the proposition. So now let us continue the discussion, and we will see more about the propositions. How do we get the offers and all this kind of stuff? We'll be seeing it. Okay, so we went to the prediction studio, and we have to go to the dev studio, and within the decisions, proposition management, that is where we have created the taxonomy yesterday. So let us go to that feature. So switch to the dev studio.
We don't have a class on yesterday. We just waited for them.
Yeah, yesterday we did not have. Today we'll have.
And we were stopped the class for topic of propositions. We did not create a taxonomy, as I guess.
That is taxonomy only, whatever we created.
Haha.
So we created
we
something
just
like sales.
we just seen the theory part. We just seen the theory part.
No, I created one credit cards personal loan right there in that class. Like we created one personal loan proposition, 50 lakhs personal loan proposition we created.
Haha. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, so this is what we have done. Like we have created some propositions. All you need to do, just you click on add issue, then you will add the issue. Then you click on add group, then you will add the group under the issue. Okay, so the issue is the reason for promotion, and the group is the category for the promotion, and the propositions are whatever you propose to the customer, like the personal loans, credit cards, debit cards, whatever, everything that you propose to the customer, that is considered as a proposition. So that's what you do. So what we'll do, we'll create one more. Yeah, we'll do one thing today. So what I will do here is I'm going to create one business group under grow category. Okay, I'm creating one business group under grow category. So that grow issue, that is a grow issue. Okay, so the business issue is grow. Under grow, I will create something called personal loan, or I'll just call it something like home loans. Home loans. Okay, home loans. And now you select the rule set. So I told you, right, you have a version proposition data, which means you need to create it in a version. Every time you modify, you have to save as that to the highest version, which is the versioned proposition data, which will have a version control. So now I have created one issue. It's the issue is group grow, and under grow we have home loans. So under home loans we will add some home loans. But before that, we have one more feature here, which is called as the attributes. Okay, which is called as attributes. That means it is nothing but the properties itself. So for example, if you take the business issue and business group, so if you take any proposition, for example, in my case, it is home loans. I have a 1 crore home loan. Okay, I have a 1 crore home loan. So that 1 crore home loan, what attributes do we have? Something like loan amount. Okay, and years of loan tenure. Okay, something like a loan tenure. Monthly EMI. Okay, monthly EMI. What is the monthly EMI? And what is the customer ID? Not customer ID. What is the city this home loan can be given to? So like this, different characteristics will be there for any proposition, right? So even if you take some other proposition, something like a Dell laptop. So the Dell laptop, it will have some proposition like what is the laptop serial number, what is the laptop color, what is the laptop model, what is the operating system. So all these are the characteristics of the propositions which needs to be created as properties in PEGA. Okay, which needs to be created as properties. So we have created a business group called home loans, and in the home loans, let us add the propositions. Okay, so you see, I will add the propositions. So what we'll do is just you need to do like this. So what you have to do, go to the home loans, and here you can add the propositions. So what we have to do here is you need to start adding the propositions first. So just yesterday we have directly created an offer, but before you create an offer, the best thing is to do is to create the properties. Okay, so go to the decision data. I'll tell about decision data later. If you see this particular rule that you see, that has been created under CDH dash SR dash grow dash home loans. So what is the particular class here? So if you open this thing, so I'll just tell you. So what is this class which is created, which we did not create, and which is automatically created? That is called SR class. SR stands for strategy result. SR stands for strategy result class. So this strategy result class is automatically created when you create at least one business issue in the proposition management. Okay, that means this particular class will be automatically created when you come to this proposition management landing page, and when you create at least one business issue, then this SR class will be automatically created. So this SR class is like a base class, or it's like a decisioning related class. Okay, decisioning class group. This is a decisioning class group, just like how you have your work class. For example, you have something related to purchase orders. So how it will be your class structure? It will be like work dash your application name, like application ID dash work dash purchase order, and you'll have something like work dash order fulfillment, or something like fulfillment, right? Like this your classes will be created, your class group will be there. Same way in decisioning, this is the class group. So now this class group for structure will be your application ID dash SR dash business issue dash business group. So like this your SR class structure will be there. Okay, so for example, now I created some home loans, right? I created the home loans business group. So my application ID, when I created this application, the application ID was set to CDH. So it is CDH-SR-grow-home loans. So similarly, you see so many issues and so many groups are there, like acquire, collections, grow, nurture, etc. So they will also have one class structure like CDH dash acquire dash CDH dash SR dash acquire dash whatever auto loans. Okay, like that the class structure will be there and it will be automatically created. So now same way, just like how I have the class inheritance concept, the same class inheritance concept will apply here also. For example, I have something like CDH dash SR dash grow dash debit cards. So I created, let us say I created some other group under grow issue debit cards. So I have two classes now. So for example, if I keep some particular property, for example, debit card name, I can keep that here, right? I can keep that here. Okay, and I have something like home loan interest, some property, I have something like home loan interest. So this particular property is applicable only for this class, so I need to keep it in that particular class. Same way here also. But let us say there is some other property like customer ID. So this customer ID is applicable to all the issues and all the groups. So then I can keep it in CDH-SR class, so that all the issues and all the groups can use that property. So same class inheritance concept will work here. That means you can keep the properties as per the requirement that you have. If it is related to home loans, then you keep it in this SR class dash grow dash home loans. If it is a property that you need to use in several classes, then you can keep it in this parent like CDH dash SR. Now for all these SR classes, the parent class is data dash px strategy result. Okay, so this is the parent class for all SR classes. Okay, regardless, by default, whenever the SR class is getting created, automatically the SR class parent will be this only. Okay, so you'll come to know like what is this class, what does it contain and all that. But this is the SR class structure and this is what will where the rules will be stored. Because for decisioning also you need to have some separate structure, right? So this is the structure now, which will be SR class structure, SR dash grow dash home loans, SR dash business issue dash business group. So now we have the properties. So let us create the properties here. And what I do is just scroll down and you just need to click on add field. So let us create some characteristics for this group, that is home loans. So and just scroll down, I'll say here loan amount. So I am creating something called loan amount, that is the property name. So click on create and open. So similarly, let us say I have some other properties. I have something like, let's say, okay, so I have loan amount. So similarly, I will do one more property like monthly EMI. Someone talked about something. Okay, so I created one more property that is called monthly EMI. And let's say I create one more property like loan tenure. So notice that all these properties are created under SR class. They are created under SR dash grow dash home loans because these properties are specific to home loans. That is the reason they are under this class. But if you want to create under SR, then just make sure that it is a similar common property. So you see now I created three properties: loan amount, monthly EMI, and tenure, loan tenure. So just you need to add those properties here. Monthly EMI. Then next property is loan tenure. Okay. Next property is loan tenure. And now click on save. Is anyone is having any question?
Yes, I have one question. So what about the remaining identifiers that we have seen in this class? So are they OOTB or are they coming
OTB.
from? Okay,
OTB property. So they are OTB properties. You can ignore them. Okay.
but we only created the business issue, right?
No, I mean to say these properties like apply analytics, these properties, bundle name, those properties you
Mm-hmm.
can ignore them. They are not of importance. PY issue that is needed. Okay. So you can just keep as it is. That will not affect and they will not impact your requirement.
Okay, are these common for every business issue?
Yes, yes,
The OOTB?
yes.
Okay, okay.
So now we created three properties: loan amount, monthly EMI, loan tenure. And if you go to the data tab, so now we created the properties, and if you just click on new, that means I am trying to add a new proposition. So you see this, I got the properties that we have added. Okay. So average cost is there. If you want to delete that, you can delete that one. I mean, if in case that you don't want, right, you can delete those things. Where is that average cost? Yeah, here it is there. Okay. If you don't want, you can delete this. No worries. And now if you just save it, let us click on new again. Okay. Go to the data. So now I add a new proposition. Now every time I try to add a new proposition, it will ask me for all these details. Okay. So that is how you start adding custom attributes to a proposition. Okay, that is how you start adding custom attributes to a proposition, which is nothing but anything that you propose to the customer: an offer, service, product, discount, everything. That is called as a proposition. So now let's say I keep something like 1 CR home loan. Okay, I'll give loan amount as 1 CR, something like this. Okay, 1 crore. So again, depending on your requirement, how you want to do, you just keep that particular data type and that particular validation. You can do the validation of everything. Okay, just you need to keep them edit input and edit validate on that property. Now the loan tenure, let's say I'm keeping like 10 years. Monthly EMI, I'm keeping like 1 lakh. Okay, I'm keeping like 1 lakh. So this is how you start adding the properties and the propositions. Okay, this is how you start adding the properties and the propositions. So within this proposition also, you have three options. One is whether this proposition is always active, which means you have to keep it as always. Whether this, if you want to deactivate the proposition, that means you don't want to send the proposition to the customer. Sometimes you want to disable it for some days, okay, or some months you don't want to send that offer, maybe later you want to again send it, at that time you can set it as never, which means the offer is disabled. The offer is disabled. And sometimes you have a particular offer which is valid only for a particular time. For example, now we are having a Diwali in few days, and we can actually create a discount like 50% discount on electronics. Okay, 50% discount on electronics, and you will keep the start and end date like maybe from 23rd to 25th, like that, as part of Diwali offer. So you can keep the discount, and once the system time reaches this particular time, automatically this will be set to never. You don't need to do anything. Automatically, whenever the system reaches 10:28, automatically it will become never. So during this time period only, this offer will be set to active. Remaining time period, it will be automatically set to never. So that is something like a Christmas offers, Diwali offers. So you have some offers specific to that particular season or that particular day. So in that scenario, we will be keeping that time period, okay, within a defined time period. So like this, you need to start creating the propositions with the attributes. So now we have actually added one proposition which is called 1 CR home loan. Now in real time, you can have around 100 offers, like 100 actions, 100 offers might be there, 100 propositions might be there, or more than that also you can have, maybe 1,000 also you can have. So do we need to always create one by one, or let us say I have to update 1,000 offers? Do I need to update all the 1,000 offers one by one? No. So you can actually export and you can import the CSV file. So in real time, in most of the real time scenarios, what you do is you have to create all the list of properties first, like I showed you, like what is the tenure, what is the loan amount, what is the monthly EMI, which particular country this loan can be promoted. So like this, you will create all the list of properties that the business is expecting to promote. After you create the properties, then you come to the data tab here, and you will simply click on the export button. Okay, you'll simply click on the export button. Okay, so now this template you will be giving to the business. So this template, right? So if you see now, I just came here to the decision data, and what is decision data, I'll tell you in coming sessions. Okay, so here you just come, you just have your properties created, and you export the template. Now open the template. This template will have all the list of properties that we are expecting. So this OTP properties which are there, you can just delete them. Okay, they are of no use. Like, I mean, if you have something related to that, you can keep it, but otherwise they are not required. So you can delete these columns, and you simply, whichever OOTP properties are there, that is starting with PY properties, they are needed for you. So let us observe the property names. PY issue is the property that will store the business issue. Business issue means the reason for promotion. So here the reason why they are promoting is to grow. In order to grow, that means they want to increase the sales, like that. In order to grow, they are promoting. So PY issue is the property name. So important, just you have to remember these property names. PY issue will store the business issue. Then just now I showed you, whenever you want a particular offer to be active, then you set it as always. That is present under PY is proposition active, which is always, never, like you selected, right? Three check radio buttons are there. So that is nothing but that property, backend property is PY is proposition active. So now if you scroll down, the proposition name, Again, all these property names you have to by heart and you have to remember the names. The proposition name will be present in PY name. Okay, whatever the propositions that you create, all the propositions will be present in PY name. So now let us add one more. I'll just add something like 50 lakhs home loan. And now again I'll go to right side. You see here I have PY group. PY group is the category of promotion, right? That is a business group. So the advantage and or the good thing that we have here is 99% of the properties in decisioning are PY properties. Okay, they are PY properties. Just by appending the word PY to that particular word, most of the time the word will also be same only. Okay, business issue, PY issue. Business group, PY group. For only proposition, the property is PY name. Okay, the property is PY name for proposition. Now you see the whatever the properties that we have created, those properties are also coming in the CSV file. So here I'll give 50 lakhs. Here I'll give like 2 lakhs, and here I'll give like 3 years. Okay, something like this. Same way, let us add one more. Just I copy this. Now scroll to the right side. So I give something like 75 lakhs. Okay, 75 lakhs here, and home loans, and here also I'll give the same thing. Loan amount 75. Monthly EMI, let us say I give like 5 lakhs per month, and I give like loan tenure as 2 years. Okay, so like this I am giving my propositions and the proposition characteristics. Now let us upload this file. Let us upload this file to the system. Okay, just close this and go back. So what you do, just click on import, and after you import you just select the file from your system. I'll just select and I'll share again. So if you see this now, I have uploaded the same file. So same file I have downloaded. I have updated that with 2 more offers, and now I just click on load. So you see now it's added 2 records and it is ready to import. Now I have imported. So you see now I'm able to see the data. That is the 1 crore home loan, 50 lakhs home loan, and 75 lakhs home loan. Okay. So now we are able to see the data and we are able to update the data. So same thing, if you try to open those offers, you will also be able to see the data within them. So whatever the data that we have entered in the CSV file, the same data is applied to the propositions now. So this is how you do it in general scenario. In general scenario, you will have more than 100 offers also. So in that case, you will simply update the CSV and you will import the CSV. CSV file will be given by the business because we don't know what to promote. The business will know what they have to promote and what is the price, what is the EMI. All these details will be having with the business. It will not have with us. So that is what you have to remember here. Okay, is it clear till here? Understood?
Suppose if the offers are getting changed in the future, so the same way we need to export and import, right, on the new version.
Yeah. Same way you have to export and import. You can update which offers are changed. Those offers, we can update the values and then import them.
In a
Okay.
separate version.
Yeah, separate version. Just you have to save as this, same like how you do. You will create the
Hmm.
010102 and you have to save as this entire thing. Okay.
Okay.
So that is the reason we have this versioned control. Okay. So we have this version control which is used to update the version. So now we have seen how do I configure the business issue, business group, propositions, and also proposition attributes. Okay, business issue, business group, propositions, and also proposition attributes. So next what we will do is, see if you see here, I have created some properties, right? Like I created something like 1 year loan amount, loan tenure, monthly EMI. But whatever the properties I have created, right? I don't have an option. For example, let us say there is some requirement. Okay, there is some requirement where I need to promote 2 CR loan. Okay, 2 CR loan can be promoted only to the customers whose bank balance is more than 50 lakhs. Okay, so more than 50 lakhs only we have to promote. And let us say there is some other requirement where we can also promote 5 CR loan only to the customers who are living in a particular high quality area, like a posh area. Okay, so like only to that particular area only we can promote. Okay, or in India only like 5 cities this home loans is available. Okay, the 2 CR loan is available only for 5 cities. So you have to select those cities where this home loan is applicable. But if you are creating a property like this, that will create just like a text input, right? So whatever the properties that you create, they are all scalar properties with text inputs. What if I need to create the home loan, like I told that 5 CR loan should be given to 5 cities. So how do I give that 5 values, right? I should be able to give 5 values, something like a multi-select. How do I do that? And I need to select some radio button and I need to give to only those people. So those all can be achieved by creating a something called custom form. So when you create a property in the add field, when you add a field here, automatically it will be created as a text input property. But if you have to create something like a checkbox, a radio button, drop down, multi-select, table, all these things you can do it in the custom form. So what I will do, since my requirement is having this kind of scenarios, I will click on use custom form and I click on submit. So now what I will do, I just click on customize form. So whenever you actually create this customized form, what happens is there is one section. The section name is called PY edit element. Okay, the PY edit element section will be there. That same section, it will be circumstanced by the group name. For example, I am creating a custom form for home loans. Then the PO edit element will create a circumstance where dot group equal to home loans, like that. So if you see here, when I click on circumstance, you can see that circumstance value equal to home loans. So like this, it will create a circumstance of the same section, which is the PO edit element. Now whenever a particular group is getting loaded, so that circumstance will be triggered. same way, for example, you are creating for debit cards, then the circumstance value equal to debit cards. So instead of creating multiple sections, same section will be circumstanced based on the group name. So now you see here, I got the group, I got the section for me, and I can do whatever the properties or whatever the logic I want to keep, I can keep that. So let us take some two scenarios, and we will apply the same thing here. For example, let us assume that 1 CR loan is promoted only for premium customers. That means the customers who have like premium account type, and they're having very good bank balance and all that. For only those people, we will give 1 CR loan offer. So let us take something like a drop down here. So I have a drop down here. So what I will do, I will just say dot, and let's create the property. The property I'll keep it as applicable customer types. Okay, that means which customer type it is applicable. I'm just creating that property. Okay, so this is the one. I will just say create and open, and now I just give directly here. But if you want to give some data page, all that you can do it. Okay, I am not creating all those now. So here I'll see basic. Let's say something like premium, and let us say I'll give one more like gold customer. Okay, so there is some requirement, like if some customers having bank balance above this, and their salary is this much, and their occupation is this, then they will become gold customer. Like that, there is some requirement, and as per that, this customer types are there. So now here I'll say applicable customer type, and yeah, of course I'll give the placeholder. Just I'll keep like this. Okay, as defined on property. Okay, so one property, one scenario I have taken is which loans are applicable to which kind of customers. So then let us take some other checkbox. Let's say I take a checkbox where I select something like, let's say I create some other property, something like applicable occupation. Okay, applicable occupation. So again, you can create whatever property name that you are feeling comfortable. So let us say this, I'm keeping something like um, yeah, I'll just keep this as a true false property, because this is a checkbox. Okay, because this is a checkbox, and I say true or false. Okay, so I'll just give the checkbox caption something like um, is this offer only for salaried customers? Okay, that means that this is not for business customer, and this offer is only for customers who have some salary. Okay, some job they are doing, and only the people who do job, they are only able to get this offer. That is the meaning of this. Okay, so is this offer only for salaried customers? So again, just I am framing my own requirements, and I am giving those here. So now let us check in. So just say added controls. Of course you can give whatever. Okay, like you can give images also, you can give some multi select, you can give a drop down, you can give radio buttons. So when you have a section, you can actually create whatever is required. As per that, you can create whatever you want. So there is no particular what is a restriction again. Okay, so now let us Go back. Let's go back. And if you, I just save this. So now let us update it again. See, again, this thing you should be aware well before that. You should be aware like whether I need to use custom properties, whether I need to use single properties, what I have to use, everything you have to be aware here. Okay, so let's say that we got some more. Okay, I'll just let you know what is this. So if you see now, again, first thing, you have to have the properties, because again, if you create offers and if you create new properties, again you have to update all of them, right? You have to update all of them. So what we do is, first you create the business issue, that is the reason for promotion, the business group, the category for promotion, and then you create the properties first. So then you create the propositions. So let us say I open the 1 crore home loan here and I select here gold. Okay, this is applicable only for gold. And I will say, is this offer only for salaried customers? I am checking the checkbox. Now, similarly, I go to the 50 lakhs home loan. For 50 lakhs home loan, I select something like basic. And this is applicable for all customers. So I don't select the checkbox. Now I open 75 lakhs home loan. Let us say this is applicable only for premium customers, and I select this offer is applicable only for salaried customers. Okay, so like this, I am creating my propositions using the py edit element. Okay, using the py edit element, you can create the properties and also the propositions. Okay, clear till here what we are doing here? So just first thing what I have done is I have created the properties which are text input scalar properties, but that does not satisfy my requirement. I am not able to add a drop down checkbox radio buttons when I add properties here. They will be created as a scalar properties. Now I have to create some complex controls and advanced controls. For that reason, we will click on custom form. Then when I click on customize form, it will open a separate section that is called py edit element. Py edit element will allow you to configure advanced controls for your propositions. Okay, py edit element is a single section which will be circumstanced based on your groups. It will allow you to configure your custom properties and custom sections. So that is the reason now I am able to add a drop down. Now I am able to add a checkbox. All these things I am able to do. Before that I am not able to do. So now it will satisfy my requirement, and all the characteristics I will be able to add. Whatever is the characteristics I will be able to add easily now. Okay, understood? Any questions still here? Or did you get what we have discussed? Yes.
Actually, the newly added custom properties are there, right? So when we run the report, are we able to see those in the export or in the Excel sheet?
Yes, yes, you'll have. So yeah,
So
so
when we
further
try to
you
import,
have to,
yeah.
we'll do that. So further you have to do one more step also. But let us see. Okay, what I'll do, I'll just export again, and I'll just open this again. So yeah, that's good question actually, and you have to know one thing as part of this. So if you just see this report, I have taken the sheet. I have taken the CSV file again. So if you just go to the end, I only see the three properties. But whatever the three properties whatever the new two properties which I created in the form, they are not visible. So what do you think could be the reason why those properties are not coming in the sheet? Because if it is not coming in the sheet, then we will not be able to send to the business and ask them to populate that. It has to come in the sheet automatically, right? So why those
So do
properties
we
like
need to
the
export?
applicable? Yeah, what is that?
Do we need to do we need to expose the property?
No, no, no. Just try to identify the difference. That is the properties that we created in the section and the properties we created in the form feed. Then you will come to know like why that properties are not coming. Yeah, others also participate, guys. You are able to just try to guess why it is not coming. Okay, no problem. Okay, so it's I understand. So what you have to do, right? See, when you create a property in the PY edit element, that property, you see, it will not be added here. So any property that you want to use in the strategy, okay, for example, we use it in strategy, right? For example, I want to filter the offers which are applicable for premium customers. Then I have to give the condition as a dot applicable customer type equal to premium, like that. But the properties that we created in the section, right, they are not displayed here. So it is very important, whatever the properties that you want to use or leverage, those properties have to be added here as well. Okay, of course we created the property is visible in the section. Okay, the property is visible in the section, this applicable customer type, applicable customer, this is the property. But when you create the property here, applicable occupation, this property will not add automatically to the form fields. You have to manually add that. So remember this thing, because even you will face the same issue in strategy also. So in the strategy also, when you try to keep some condition based on occupation equal to true, then that condition will not work, because that property is not added in the form fields. So you have to make sure that the properties are added here. So let us add them. That is applicable occupation. That is one property which we created. Second property is applicable customer type. So this is the second property. Okay, so we created these two properties. Now let us go back and let us check in this. I will just go to the data and I'll just check in and I will export once again. So now I have added those two properties there, and I just click on the export button. So now I got a new file that is generated. So if you just scroll to the right side, you see now the properties are coming, right? Applicable customer type, applicable occupation, both are coming in the CSV file. So now you can send it to the business. You can say you just populate the values like this, whichever customers are applicable for this offer, you just populate the applicable customer type appropriately. So they will populate all the data and all the offers, what is the conditions for those, everything they will populate and they will send it back to you. Okay, so this is what you have to remember, and you have to debug it that way whenever some property. So it is very important, because without adding a property in the form fields, you cannot use it anywhere. You cannot use it in strategies, you cannot use it in uploading the propositions. They have to be definitely present here. Any property that you want to use, those properties should be definitely added here. Yeah, any other questions? Clear now, everyone?
Suppose if we
Ashutosh,
have two environments, uh, I have
two
one
environments.
question. Let's say dev and production. Let's say. So if we want to move this tool from dev to an production, so do we need to add these fields manually in the production, or it will be packed
No, no, no,
from the dev
automatically
itself?
it is added now. They have added in dev, right? If you add in dev, that is enough.
Okay, okay,
It is now added in dev. So just you deploy this decision data, that is enough. This is
okay,
already
okay,
there in the rule set. Just you can deploy that rule set, that is enough. Okay.
okay, okay. Sure.
So just
Yeah,
in one
thank
environment, you have to make sure the properties are added under form fields. That is one thing you have to make sure.
you. Okay, okay.
Okay. So just to go through these things, guys, go through this, practice this, whatever we have discussed. So don't just listen everyone, just don't listen, please practice in your cloud edition also. Just open your cloud edition, you create some other application which is interesting for you, like some telecom or some finance industry, healthcare application, some other application you can create. I will also share the assignment to you on Friday, which you can start practicing. Okay, so that assignment is having some pharmacy application which is using decisioning, so that will also be somewhat interesting for you to start creating them. Okay, and you can create all these things whatever we are seeing. So make sure that you practice this thing and remember whatever is happening, so that you will be comfortable for the next sessions. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow with the remaining topics.